Today in our Odysseyware program, we are on Unit 3, Measurement, Fractions, and Decimals. We are specifically on fractions. This lesson reviews fractions in both picture form and word form. We will identify fractions as parts of a whole. Construct fractions from images of parts of a whole, and convert fraction digits to word form. We have 5 new vocabulary words for this lesson. The first word is fraction. A fraction is a number that counts parts of a whole. Hyphen is a mark that joins two words. Mixed number. A whole number with a fraction. Mixed number. A whole number with a fraction. Numerator, the number in a fraction that counts parts. It is the top number in a fraction. Denominator, the bottom part of a fraction. number. A number that is not divisible by 2. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odd numbers, and any number that has those numbers in the ones place are odd numbers. A fraction tells us that we are talking about less than a whole unit or less than a whole set. Remember, first we count up all of the items or all of the pieces. That becomes our denominator. Then we count up the ones shaded or the ones not shaded, whatever the question asks for, and that becomes our numerator. Then we have mixed fractions or mixed numbers. It's when we have a whole number and then a fraction as well. Say you ate 1 1/2 of a cookie. You ate a whole cookie and then 1/2 of a cookie. So how you would say that is 1 1/2. This fraction is 4 1/3. You always use the word and for 1/3 when you are separating between the whole number and the fraction. Here's another example. We have 3 5/8. 3 5/8. So you say the whole number first, then you say the fraction. This fraction shows 1 3/4. 1 whole and then 3 out of 4 of the other one. So it would be 1 3/4. We have done fractions our entire school year, so this should be quite simple for you. First, we're going to count all the pieces in this particular fraction circle, and I can quickly look at it and I can tell that there are 8 little triangles. So that would be my denominator, the bottom number. Then I draw my line to separate them. I want to remind you that this program's lines aren't always straight across. They might be on the diagonal slant. That's okay, but just keep that in mind that it looks a little bit different. Then you're going to count the number of orange pieces, and there are 7 orange pieces, so that fraction is 7/8. And remember, our 7/8 that we're used to writing looks like that. In the program Odysseyware, their 7/8 may have a little diagonal slant to it. All right, the next fraction here, we can see that it's a rectangle and it is cut into 3 other rectangles. So 3 would be our denominator, the number that goes on the bottom. And we can see that there is 1 shaded or 1 green. That would be our numerator. So our fraction is 1/3. 1/3. Written in number form. 1/3. Now remember, the Odysseyware program, their line might be slanted rather than straight across. This fraction right here, we can count that there are 4 rectangles. So that will be our denominator, the number on the bottom. And then I have my line, and then I want to see how many are shaded pink. So there are 2 shaded pink. So my fraction would be 2/4. If anyone remembers, 2/4 is the same as 1/2. Which fraction of the whole circle is shaded purple? Which fraction is shaded white? Did you say that 3/4, 3 out of 4, or 3/4 of the circle is shaded purple? How about the white portion? Did you find that 1 out of 4, or 1/4, is white? If so, good job. If not, take another look. Reminder, a whole number is a number that is 1 or more, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. Let's take a look at this example in word form and digit form. So we have 1 and 1/3 is written with a big 1 and then the fraction 1/3. 5 and 3/4 is written with 5 and then the fraction 3/4. Notice that hyphen in there, one of our vocabulary words, hyphen. That little line between the two words to make the fraction word. Question 1. What is the word for the following fraction? 2/3, 2/3, 23. What is the word for the following fraction? 1/9, 1/9, 19. Question 3. What is the word for the following fraction? Notice there's a big number and then a fraction. Is that 6 and 3/5, 63/5, 6 and 3/5? Question 4. What is the word for the following fraction? 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 21/2. Question 5. Type the fraction for the shaded part of the figure below. So you're going to type the denominator in the bottom and the numerator in the top. The numerator is the shaded pink rectangles.